For all your MyTeam needs, make sure you hit up aoeah.com and use code VAUGHN for 3% off at checkout. Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. Before I get into this video, man, make sure y'all are hitting that like button and hitting that sub button. We are only 70 subscribers away from 1,000. It's kind of crazy to say, you know what I'm saying? We was at 600 not even 2 weeks ago, but we are almost to 1,000. We've getting a lot of subs, a lot of likes, man. I'm coming out with these snipe videos every single week. I'm coming out with videos every day, MT methods all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just hooking y'all up, going crazy. So make sure y'all showing love and I'll keep it going. But today we are going to be going with another one of our snipe videos. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I do one every week and they always do good. And I like putting y'all on, man. I like making sure y'all are making as much MT as I am. I got about 600k right now. I got a ton of cards in the tuck for some of these challenges that I've been doing. So I got a little bit, probably around 750 once I get rid of the cards I don't obviously need. You know, got a full team. Hakeem is just kind of a filler right now because I don't have a power forward yet, but we're gonna get there. But starting off with this first filter, it is going to be Bobby Portis. His card is almost 10k right now because he is needed for the takeoff semifinals challenges, which if you need a guide on how to finish those, I have a video on how to finish those takeoff semifinals in under 5 games. You know what I'm saying? Setting y'all up. But as y'all see, the cheapest Bobby Portis card is 10k right now. So if you can grab this card for anything under 7, that's a dub. That's just a dub. There's nothing more to say except that's a dub. I actually was able to snipe this card earlier this morning for I think 1,200. So you could definitely get this card for super cheap. People see golds and they're just like, oh, it's a gold. I'm just gonna throw them up for 700 MT just to get a little bit extra than what the quick sell value would be. So definitely sit on this filter, give it like 20 minutes. You're gonna see a ton popping up because everybody's doing these challenges, and as soon as they're done, they're selling them right back, and they're putting them up for cheap because they want them to sell quick. They don't want them to sit for a long time. This is a card, as soon as you buy it, make sure you sell them because at any point this card could go down in value. It won't be anytime soon. I mean, it'll be at least 3, 4, 5 days before it does because everybody's going to be doing these challenges. But still, just make sure you get rid of them now. Coming in number 2 is going to be the Spencer Dinwiddie filter. This one is not as much, but it still is pretty expensive considering, you know, what you would expect a card of his value to be. Obviously, Dinwiddie cards, there's not really any good ones in the game that you can buy. There's the good one for the playoff moment, but the cheapest one is $49.50 right now. So if you can get one for anything under 3,000, even 3,500 is still considered a snipe. Throw them back up, you'll still make MT. This is a good filter for people who don't have a lot of MT and are just trying to get themselves going. If you can grab the Emerald or the Dallas Mavericks version of it, then those sell for even more. There's an Emerald Dallas Mavericks one that I think sells for like 7 or 8. So if you snipe that one, if you see that Emerald one pop up at 5k, buy them because that will be a snipe. And it's a snipe because he has better ratings and it's easier to shoot with that card, and because it's a Mavericks player, so you could stack him with the win a game with 10 Mavericks players. You could stack it, so that's another reason why. Coming at the next spot is going to be a filter that I recommend to a lot of people. It is just going to be the takeoff lowest filter. The cheapest takeoff card is a diamond, around 20k right now. So I suggest you put your filter around 18. Put your maximum bid to 100k. And basically, if you see any opals or dark matters, obviously buy them immediately. Pink diamonds, if you see any pink diamonds for anything under 17, I would buy those. And if you see any diamonds under 15, I would buy those because obviously all 3 of those, or all 4 of those actually, would be profit. So I would go for that. This filter is really hot, especially with the super packs they just dropped. There's a lot of people pulling takeoff cards because those seem to be the most common card you get out of the super pack. So a lot of them are being thrown up and you should definitely take advantage of it. This next filter is a filter that I never thought I would share. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I've been kind of stingy with it a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, my bad. But it's going to be the dark. You're going to set your filter to dark matter. You're going to put your minimum and maximum buyout to 500. And you're going to take it all the way up to 100k. You might be confused because when you click on it, you see this, right? Yes, I understand you see this. But all you have to do, this might sound crazy. You might not believe me. I don't have a clip of it, unfortunately. If I get a clip, I'll upload a short with it or something. But you're going to scroll to the 4-hour mark, and I promise you, you will see so many cards for 100k at this spot. Now, you could see anything. You could see KD. You could see James Harden, LaMelo. You could see any card, but I promise you, not everybody is sitting on like a specific filter for a card. Like there's not 9 times out of 10, nobody's going to be sitting on the Kevin Durant filter for 100K. So if somebody was to put up Kevin Durant for 100K, you have the best chance of getting him because you're on the 100K dark matter filter. I promise you, it sounds crazy, but it works. And I've gotten so many snipes off this before. I've gotten a dark matter Jimmy Butler when he was like 250K. I got him for 100 off this filter. All you're going to do is you're just going to keep refreshing, scroll to the 4-hour mark. If there's nothing there, refresh again and go back. Be quick because there could be, now that I'm putting this video out and people are seeing this filter, there could be somebody on there. But you could see any non-buyout dark matter you see, buy it immediately. Because I promise you, this filter right here is a filter that I did not want to share. I don't want competition on this filter because I've never missed a snipe on this filter. If I see it pop up, I always get the card. So I'm hooking y'all up, man. I'm telling y'all. The next one is going to be dark matter, and you're going to put the conference to Western. This one requires you to own Draymond Green. It's going to be the buyout, not the regular. So you're just going to put your minimum bid to 500. If you own Draymond Green, this is going to be a lot better. You could also just scroll to the 4-hour mark and see if you see anybody. That's another way to do it. Obviously, you can see like who's our Western Conference dark matters. Let's check the cards you can see on here. Yao Ming, we already know. Wilt, Magic, Karolinko, Blake Griffin, Zion, Zach LaVine, Invincible Shaq. Also, no, Invincible Scotty's Eastern. Never mind. You can see Westbrook. You can see Lillard, Jokic. There's a ton of cards you can see on this filter. So if you own Draymond, it makes it easier, but there's usually not too many up. As you can see, I mean, me scrolling to the 4-hour mark on this filter is pretty quick. I mean, it takes me not even 5 seconds to get over here to the 4-hour mark. You can also snipe Draymond Greens on this. They'll probably be gone by the time you make it to the 4-hour mark, but you never know. It could still be sitting there, and if it is, that's a W for you. Coming in at the next spot is going to be a filter that is in pretty much every snipe video I make, but just for the new people who haven't watched one of my snipe videos before, I like to keep it in here. It's just the 500 buyout filter. You could sit on this one for, you know, hours, and you're just going to make a ton of MT because anything you see is profit. Buy whatever you see. This is probably the most consistent filter in terms of stuff popping up. Stuff pops up all the time. You can see a dark matter Scottie Pippen, or you can see a gold JJ Redick. But either way, it's profit, right? You can see diamonds, pink diamonds, opals, whatever you get, you're going to make something. Obviously, some things will be better than the others, but you could see a gold Bobby Portis pop up on here, and boom, you made 10K. So that's another filter that I do really like. The next one is a filter that's actually making a return for the first time in a couple weeks. This one was a really hot filter on one of my other snipe videos. It hasn't been in the video for a couple weeks, but these cards did go back up. James Posey, if you own this card, that'd be nice because you can just exclude. But other than this James Posey card, there are no Celtics cards selling for cheap on this filter. So if you can get rid of James Posey, then actually Marcus Smart is kind of a snipe. But really, if you see him at 2,500, I've seen them, they're kind of fluctuating in price. I've seen them go up above 3,000, but if you see it at 2,500, then anything you buy under 2,000 for a Celtics player is good. I would definitely keep an eye on those. That's another good filter for people who don't have a lot of MT and are just trying to get it started. The next one is going to be the dark matter takeoff lowest. So this one basically is going to be just a little bit more specific than the takeoff lowest pack. This one is more going to be targeting, you know, not because that one's targeting cards under 20K. This one's going to be targeting dark matters that are going to be under what they're supposed to be. So figure out what the cheapest one is. It's usually around 85K. So I would put your filter at probably, I'd say 75, and I would buy anything you see, because I mean, assuming hopefully you see something more by around 70, because around 70K you're going to be making about a 10K profit off that. 75 you'll still profit, but it'll only be more of, I think it's like you'll make like 2,000 off of it, so not a lot. So if you see anything under 70, then that would be a huge W. The next one and the final one is basically just going to be the Galaxy Opal one. Another filter, like I said, part of that filter from earlier, but it just makes it more specific. These are the most expensive Galaxy Opals in the game, the takeoff ones. So I mean, you see this one at 45. I'm not sure if that's actually a snipe or not. It actually might be, but I gotta see more proof. I'm not sure how much. Yeah, so that one's kind of a snipe, but I wouldn't pay 45. If the cheapest one is around 48, which it seems to be, I would put your filter at 42, and I would buy anything under 42, because at that point you'll still make something. If you see anything closer to 30, then obviously you're gonna be making, you know, around 10k, and that would be a huge dub. And I mean, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Make sure y'all are hitting that like button, hitting that sub button. If you got any video suggestions, anything you want to see on my channel, make sure you put that in the comments below, and I'll make sure to get to that. Appreciate everybody who watched the video, and I'm out.